Hey there, welcome to a healthy conversation. Now, what you may or may not know, depending upon how well you know John and I, is that my sister calls him Dr. John. He usually chuckles when she calls him that. And here's the thing, he's not really a doctor and he doesn't play one on TV.
Doctor, no.
But he's referred to as that by my family because he does know what he's talking about, and you guys have found that out. Well, this morning I went to a doctor I was very impressed with, a preventative wellness doctor that we're both very fond of, very excited to get to know more. And as I was sharing with him a lot of the supplements that I take, he said, well, Donna, I'm looking at you. I think you might have some deficiencies. I'm going to have you have some tests done. He said, but here's the thing, the deficiency that I see in you, you're telling me you actually take a lot of, which was accurate. And he said, well, it could be that you've got a food going into your body that is blocking the absorption of certain vitamins. And he said, and it could also be that if you're taking one vitamin, for example, we talked about D, and you're not taking the right magnesium, then your bones are going to turn to butter. That's not good. We don't want butter bones, right? So what this comes down to, because we promised we would address that the media is kind of saying vitamins make you sick.
Right.
What this comes down to is knowing that you have someone you can go to, like Dr. John, who doesn't really play a doctor on TV, or somebody else they know and trust.
Somebody knows what they're talking about.
Somebody that knows what they're talking about, that researches. So again, vitamins are great for you, supplements are great for you. You certainly can't substitute them for food.
No, you're not supposed to. That's why they call them supplements, because you should be taking them in addition to good food.
Supplementally, whatever that word
Exactly.
is. So I also promised on our last episode that we would address the media saying vitamins cause disease, right? I mean, we addressed that vitamins are good for you if the media is saying vitamins don't help. Now, let's address the media says vitamins cause problems. And what we've been telling folks is look for the facts behind the facts.
Exactly.
The facts behind the facts, because the article looks like a fact. And what you tend to do is dig deeper. What'd you find?
Well, the deeper I dug, the more I found out. This is one study that was done by the University of Minnesota, and they researched 38,000 women who were 55 years or age or over that were postmenopausal. Now, when you become 50,
Okay, let me just say those women already have issues.
have some issues. It just goes with the age, unfortunately. And anyway, they analyzed them taking multivitamins, B vitamins, iron, and they found out that they had a slightly higher risk of death, the ones that took the multivitamins, especially the iron. Now, I agree with the iron because most postmenopausal women don't need to take extra iron, as well as guys.
So, if somebody is taking something inappropriate for where they're at in their life or their life stage,
Can mess them up.
could mess them up.
Yeah.
Again, they need to go to somebody who knows what they're talking about.
Right.
Okay, keep going.
So, let's go farther. Victoria Drake, who is a PhD at the Linus Pauling Institute at Oregon State University, they asked her for her take on this research, and they found out, she said, people often begin to take supplements as they age who are diagnosed with some kind of a disease. Now, in this study, the supplements use increased from 62% in 1986 to 85% in 2004, because as you age, you get more disease, okay? During this period, some women began to take supplements because they had been diagnosed with a disease. So that's very much in part of the study. She said it's misleading to blame the supplement rather than the disease, which is a very
So let's just
pointed
recap
statement.
this, okay? Obviously, if you start aging, you start having issues, and you take a supplement for it, you've already got issues. You don't get to blame the supplement. But the other issue, going back to what I said a minute ago, is that if you're taking something and not coupling it with something that it should be coupled with, it could cause some issues,
Well,
so you've got to know what to take.
That's why we always say when you take calcium, it's extremely important to take magnesium with it, because the magnesium keeps the calcium
Same with vitamin D.
in your body.
Take vitamin
Also
D,
vitamin D with it. Right.
magnesium.
It's very important
Right.
to take all three of them together. So many supplements are out there. It might have calcium and it might have vitamin D, but no magnesium.
Okay.
So it tends to cake up in your body.
So the summary of this conversation is you need to talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about. And if you hear something in the media, check the facts behind the facts.
Absolutely.
Go look for where that source was, where that information come from, and then look for information that what do I want to say, speaks to what's been put out there, and get connected to somebody who knows what they're talking about for your supplements. They're good for you. They're going to build your energy. You're going to feel better, and Some studies certainly show they help you live longer, and they definitely help you live better.
Well, it's interesting that they said that this same study said that most people are deficient in most vitamins. So that taking a good multivitamin is really the key to good health.
Good multivitamin. You've heard that before. You'll probably hear it again. Thanks for joining a healthy conversation.